final game of the second day here at FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2017. Defending champions Senegal facing a sterner test as they look to go 2-0, taking on the 2013 losing finalists Mozambique. Welcome along to Bamako, Mali from me, Tim Long, alongside former GB Women's head coach Roy Birch. Senegal looking to defend their crown here at the 21st edition of this competition, as they previously did back in 1993. And tonight looking for a 2-0 start after yesterday's landslide 66-point win over Guinea in the tournament open. And Mozambique disappointing in defeat late last night to Nigeria, losing by 11, looking to respond on game day 2, but with a huge test ahead of them, Roy.
Yes, what we didn't realise about Mozambique last night is that they had only recently arrived in Bamako, so they were a little weary, a little tired, a little disorganised perhaps. They did look as though they knew what they were doing though, in taking Nigeria, a very good Nigerian team, to within 11. And so we may expect better things from them tonight. However, they are up against, as you say, Tim, the defending champions, the 11 times winners Senegal, who looked absolute dynamite in their win against an underrated Guinea side yesterday.
So game 2 out of 5 in the group stage for these two. And looking to go 2-0, as I say, the defending champions. The first real test of any kind they've had after what was pretty much another warm-up game to start the tournament yesterday against Guinea, perhaps the weakest team, or at least one of the 2 weakest teams in the competition. The top 4 from each group of 6 are going to make it into the quarterfinals, and from there a straight knockout to crown an African champion next Sunday. The players being officially introduced onto court here. The Senegalese players out there already, and here come those in Mozambique red.
Yes, I commentated on the latter stages of the competition 2 years ago, and what not many people realise is that Senegal didn't actually win their group. They came 3rd in the group, in Group B, back in 2015, with a 1-3, lost 2 record. And they had a real struggle in the semi-final. They beat Angola 56-54, and they had a far more comfortable situation in the final, beating Cameroon by 15 points. So you could say they had to fight very, very hard for that gold medal 2 years ago. It all looked very easy last night here in 2017, but there are some very good teams standing in the way of Senegal and their 12th win in the African Championships, but they will be well aware that the winners and the runners-up have a rich prize indeed, a place in the World Cup in Spain in 2018. That's what Senegal want, but then again, that's what many teams want.
Both sets of players introduced to the fans here in Bamako, and now we'll pause for the national anthems of Senegal and Mozambique. We're closing in on the start of the final game of the second day of FIBA's Women's AfroBasket 2017 tournament. The most successful team in the history of this competition. Senegal taking on a new-look Mozambique roster. Former GB Women's head coach Roy Birch alongside me, Tim Long, for this one. And Roy, a tougher test for Senegal, but still strong favourites given what we saw from these two teams yesterday.
Oh, definitely. First of all, though, very glad to see 3 lady referees tonight. That's a great initiative by FIBA. Yeah, Senegal, they looked absolute dynamite against Guinea the other day, but well, let's say it was a very dispirited Guinea that didn't give Senegal much of a game. So we expect a much better performance from Senegal's opponents tonight in Mozambique. As I said, they were very tired after a long journey, getting here late before their first game, and they looked a little bit ragged. But let's hope there's a vast improvement tonight. They're very athletic looking, Mozambique, as indeed are most of the teams here. What surprises me though about Senegal team is they're not the biggest team here. Overall, I think they may be the quickest that we've seen so far, but they are out-heighted by a couple of teams, notably Mali and perhaps some of the lesser teams as well.
Talk about Mozambique arriving late. Their game yesterday had to be moved from the 4th slot into the 6th slot just to make sure that they would make it. So they're playing last at night for the 2nd day in a row and still just trying to find their feet after having their preparation disrupted and losing by 11 to Nigeria in that late game yesterday. In terms of players to watch out for, and for the defending champions, you look for the number 5 Aya Traore, tournament MVP last time around and in 2009 as well. 17 points on her debut in this year's competition as well yesterday, as well as a couple of steals. Diodu Diouf had team highs of 8 assists and 5 steals in game 1 as well. And Astru Traore, 26 points in 25 minutes yesterday. 12 of 13 inside. Just killed Guinea on the fast break.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see the starting 5 of Mamadou Gueye, the coach of Senegal. No point really in pushing too many players for too long at the group stage. We've already seen quite a few injuries today, people turning ankles. I saw someone got a finger in her eye in an earlier game, and no point in risking in a game that, well, you're overwhelming favourites to win.
As for Mozambique, valiant in defeat was the number 11 Leah Dong, a team high 19 points. 9 of those coming from the foul line, where she was 9 of 10, had 5 rebounds as well. And number 7, Annabella Cossa, 13 points, 6 assists and a steal in that game yesterday, as she attempted to run the offense with some success. Final chance for the 2 head coaches to give some final instructions before we get this one underway on game day 2.
Well, apart from the last game yesterday, it was a tale of 5 blowouts. Mozambique took Nigeria to within 11 points. That was the closest game on day 1. But day 2, an entirely different situation. We've had a couple of blowouts, but we've had 2 absolutely scintillating games. First of all, the Ivory Coast beat Cameroon in an incredible defensive battle. It was just awesome to watch the defense from both sides. And then just recently, Angola came back from trailing by 15 in the first half against Mali. And Italy Lucas made sure with the 3 on the buzzer of half-time that Angola went in at half-time leading by 2. And eventually Angola pulled away to win, I think it was 9 points in the end. So Angola go 2-0, as indeed do the Ivory Coast, and Senegal looking to do that as well. Earlier on today, Egypt, they go 2-0 as well. It's a surprise package there.
Starting 5s have flashed up on the bottom of your screen. Interesting to see for Mozambique. Shania Pinto, the 17-year-old, gets the start. And for Senegal, starting 5 picked by head coach Mustafa Gueye, who we've just seen includes both Traores I mentioned in the build-up, the number 5 Aya, the number 10 Astu, 2 key players. And Nasser Saleh, the head coach of Mozambique there. has picked the 17-year-old Pinto in the starting 5. She's wearing the number 6. We've had the Mali in main course, now the table set for the dessert on this second day of competition at the 2017 Women's AfroBasket. Myself, Tim Long, alongside former GB head coach of women, Roy Birch, hoping for a tasty finish to today's basketball menu. The record of defending champion Senegal taking on the 2013 silver medalists, Mozambique.
An interesting fact, Tim, is that it'll take somebody to win just about every tournament from now on for the next quarter of a century to equal Senegal's record. Such is their dominance over the years.
It's Mozambique who start with the ball with Kossa, one of their more impressive performers yesterday. It's a quick pass towards the baseline as well. It's a pity because it was a nice spot from her, but they turned it over.
And a rare instance there of a double dribble.
And Leah Dong, who was their leading scorer yesterday with 19. Kossa, the leading provider, with 6 assists. Couldn't quite combine effectively on that first possession. Back out to Diouf on the perimeter here. Bounce pass in towards the edge of the lane. Step back mid-range two-pointer, wouldn't go for Diop. Trying to grab the loose ball. Mozambique come away with it with Don. And now Kossa. Another quick pass down the floor. Grab this time in the paint, but no room to operate for Tamara Seda.
Well, as in most games today, it's been a very hectic start.
Into the low post. Captain adjustment, and the first score from Astou Traoré, who had 26 yesterday. It's a fantastic atmosphere for the final game here this evening, with the Senegalese fans away to our left, waving the flags, dancing about, all of them on their feet. Mozambique looking to score to try and give their fans who are here, who are vastly outnumbered, a little bit of something to cheer, but still no points for them. Although it is a Senegalese turnover at the other end, so they get the ball back.
Astou Traoré there tried to seal a man and rolled a man in the low post, right in front of the referee. It's legal, of course, to roll your man in the low post, but not with your elbows.
Kossa controls the ball over centre court, finds Don. Those two getting more touches of the ball than anyone else early on in this one. Seda bypasses the centre to this near side. Don feeds it, or Kossa feeds it to Don rather. There's a reach and foul call from behind CDR, 36-year-old, a key player to Senegal's previous few successes of this tournament.
Well, Mozambique seem to have shaken the cobwebs of that long journey out of their limbs. They mean business. And that's another offensive foul. That referee certainly doesn't like players sealing in the low post.
First foul on Mozambique, a couple already on Senegal. Sidiou across to this near side. Astou Traoré unloads from deep, off the front rim, grabbed by Dong in the end. Kossa, the crossover onto the left hand, lightning fast, but lost it on the dribble as it's stripped away from her. Free passage down the floor for Astou Traoré to finish.
And that all came from quick hands.
Kossa. Ruanga back to Pinto. Here's the 17-year-old with the ball in her hands. Kossa feeds it into the corner of the paint. Dong forced away, off balance, and misses the shot. Forced down the floor again here to Traoré. She's all guns blazing from the start again.
Well, this is the Senegal we saw against Guinea. Their fast break is sprung in the blink of an eye.
All 6 points for Astou Traoré. They step on the line on that far side to turn it over. Mozambique, they've been rattled and rocked in the opening 3 minutes. Aya Traoré around the screen of CDR, corner of the paint, puts it up off the mark, but she'll get 2 foul shots.
Aya Traoré had 2 options there. She came off the screen, she looked to see whether the screening player had rolled. she had, but she still took the shot and drew the foul.
The foul shots when we return after this timeout. 7 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Senegal with a perfect start. The defending champions mean business again here this evening. They lead Mozambique by 6 points to 0.
Well, casting my mind back to that game last night, or yesterday rather, the first game in the tournament, Senegal against Guinea. And I saw Guinea today. In fact, I commentated on the game with you, Tim. And Guinea, they're very, very athletic. They run a lot of nice plays. They look at the hoop. They're a threat. They can't shoot. Senegal, on the other hand, they run some beautiful plays, great fundamental skills. They can shoot. The difference between a very, very professional-looking outfit and one that is really, well, let's say, beginning.
Yeah, that lack of a shooting ability was painfully evident earlier from Guinea. This start has been a bit painful for Mozambique. Senegal in front of those passionate fans who've stayed, having witnessed the whole of the previous game with the host Mali in action, stayed to support their team late into the evening.
Cast your mind forward to a possible further stage in the competition, Tim. Senegal fans against Mali fans.
Well, you have to say, don't you, that's the dream final. If those two were to meet in the gold medal match, the defending and record champions against the hosts, it doesn't get much better than that.
Bring your earplugs.
Still a long way to go before we can seriously start contemplating that. Straight knockout stage for the final 8, so they'd have to avoid each other through the quarters and the semis. Mali, who went out at the semi-finals back here in 2011 when they last hosted the competition, and want to go further than that. Disappointing defeat for them against Angola in the previous game on this court today, though.
Great example of the pick and roll. The screening player rolled. The ball wasn't coming to her, so she went for the rebound.
Mozambique just needs something here to steady the ship. Kosa clings onto it, feeds it into Dong. Mid-range jumper with a hand in her face, wouldn't go down. Rebound reeled in by CDR. Nothing doing yet for Mozambique. Good entry pass, a little bit of hesitation, but the double team did its job.
Well, good play initially there from Sidibe, but she was blocked, and then she just couldn't resist the temptation of reaching in.
3 fouls on Senegal, a couple on Mozambique. Kosa.
Now that's the difference. There was an attempted screen there, but the dribbler went a long, long way away from the screen. Didn't use it properly. Basic fundamental of the pick and roll.
Little feed to Halal, picked off, and then they picked it back. Kosa got the quick hands to come up with a steal, but then couldn't grab the ball. And Senegal make her pay with the 3 from the corner.
Great vision there from Ali Sidop. He saw the man in the corner, and that man buried it. Well, there's the first score for Mozambique.
Moyanga with the 3-point shot from the near side to cancel out that previous one from Dio Diouf. Here they go again. Diouf looking for back-to-back threes, so they do get the offensive rebound. She might have another go here, instead steps into the lane. Look to draw the attention of the defense before passing to Sidibe, back to Astou Traoré, across to the far side. Sidiop for 3. They miss a couple.
Tim, there's a new travelling interpretation coming in October. I didn't think it had come in tonight, though. Some of the very strange footwork from a couple of Senegalese players there.
Mozambique have found their feet in this first quarter. It's taken a good few minutes, but here they do. God coming in with a steal again. Mwanga down the floor on the fast break, rejected by CDR.
The pass was on and it didn't come.
Diouf across to the far side to Astou Traoré. Real battle for the rebound here. It's Diouf who comes up with it.
The team with more hunger, Senegalese, got the rebound.
She catches her own rebound there, Astou Traoré, before getting fouled.
Well, the only good thing so far, with 4:44 4 to go in the first quarter. Is it still a close game? It's only 5 points. It seems as though Senegal should be way, way ahead.
In fact, it could be a one-possession game after this offense. Mozambique have clung in somehow to this first quarter. Moranga. Cross to Kosa. In towards Don, and an offensive foul call.
Well, I'm not sure what the interpretation of low post plays by that particular referee. I think that's 2 offensive fouls she's called there now after a defensive reach.
It's 3 fouls apiece. We've seen 3 offensive fouls, I think, in the first 5.5 minutes of this one. 3-point shot.
That's a 3-point foul.
She'll go to the line for 3. Astou Traoré. They're so worried about her ability inside and out. The closeout was too aggressive. So Astou Traoré at the line, and a chance for her to add to her 6 points already. She was Senegal's key scorer at the 2015 tournament as well, when they took gold, averaged over 15 points per game. Started this one yesterday with 26, and now a chance to hit 9 inside the first 6 minutes of game 2, although she sticks on 8.
I commentated on that final, Tim, and casting my mind back, she had a dream period of scoring. I think she scored so many points in a row to beat Cameroon. It was close at one stage, and then suddenly she was on fire.
Senegal back up by 7 in this one. Haven't quite caught fire the way they did last night yet, but against sterner opposition they come up with a steal. Diouf. Almost knocked away, but recovered by Sidiop. Sidiop going around the screen of Tao. Offensive foul called again.
And this time the screen was moving.
We've had a couple called at both ends of the floor. The ones, I think, to the right of us, a little more debatable.
I think it's 50-50 at the moment, offensive and defensive fouls, which is very rare because 85% of fouls are called on the defense normally over the course of the season.
Halar across to Kosa. Kosa looking to drive and dish, and they get the roll as well. Good penetration.
Well, Senegal know they're in a game.
Mozambique back within 5. Diouf. High entry pass over the top of Astou Traoré, and a foul call.
Foul called against the defense then. That was a shame because the defending player did all the hard work and then just levered her man away.
For the next 3.5 minutes, any foul from either team on the defense will send the opposition to the line for free throws. It's been a 6.5 minutes so far, played out with real tenacity. Great intensity, and that's what we want to see, especially in this late game, Roy. We had a bit of a sluggish game to finish yesterday, and the atmosphere completely dissipated after the host Mali took to the floor in the penultimate game of the day. Well, there's a much better quality on court today and a much better atmosphere in the arena too.
Yeah, it was a ghost town, wasn't it, yesterday, last game? Quietest game of the day. No drums.
Saturday night, of course, in Bamako. Party time for the Senegalese fans that are still in this arena. Their team up by 5. Here's the number 5, Makou Bakim for Mozambique. Kosa,
well,
Kosa left-hand drive.
The Mozambique player in the low post then was being mugged.
The battle for the boards. And Mozambique end up with possession off that rebound.
It's very easy to criticise referees in the game of basketball, but it is obviously instructions the referees are working to call the offensive fouls in the low post.
Picked up here by Makou Bakim. Shot clock down to the final 6 seconds. She goes to work into the foul line, step back jumper off the mark from Dong, who's not quite found the form that she showed last night. Ball on the floor from Dow. back out towards the perimeter and try and move it in from that corner. Good look, mid-range.
And she's turned her ankle. The shooter turned her ankle. She's hobbling.
A real blow for Senegal.
Yeah, she should look to the bench straight away. She tries to run it off. It may do more damage.
Mokubaki moving it in towards the paint. Difficult shot, won't go over the top of the defense.
Well, she has run it off. That's Ben Tiam.
She was perhaps the key player off the bench for Senegal yesterday. Umul Tiam, 13 points in 14 minutes.
Well, I don't think it was just a case of her shoelace had come undone. She looks to be in some degree of pain, number 4, Umul Tiam. But she's run it off.
Here she is, lining up the 3 as well.
That's why she wanted to stay on the floor.
No problem with the ankle whatsoever. Crosser to Dong. Dong clinging onto it, back to Crosser. She steps back behind the three-point line, fires one over the top of the hoop. Sene. Back out, here she is, same spot, different outcome. 12-point Senegalese lead still though. Final minute and a half coming up of this first quarter. Bulldozing away towards the baseline there, but missing was Mafanella. Mozambique stunned once again. Here's Tiam. Well, that's a test of the ankle if she has to try and rise to bring that pass down.
Well, let's call that pass somewhat optimistic.
Named to one of the smaller players on the court as well. We saw Tiam knock down that three-point shot. She was a perfect 5 of 5 from the field yesterday off the bench. Dished out 3 assists as well. Crosser back to the perimeter, long 2. Mozambique just can't buy a point right now.
Yeah, Tiam is carrying a finger injury as well. She comes number 4 to defend the inbounds pass. Most common injury in the game, I suppose. Well, equal most common, a sprained ankle and a jammed finger. Looks as though she's got a problem with the fingers in the shooting hand.
Crosser to Halar and then Dong in the lane. Can't get the hot. Rebound grab by Astu Poyore. Sene looking to go all the way through. Find it against the underside of the rim.
Senegal lucky there. They missed the layup and there was a fast break opportunity against them. And somebody got a finger on the ball to knock it out of bounds.
Mokubaki, Dong, Mozambique are lucky they're only 12 down. 30 seconds of the first to play. They could do with some points desperately here at the end of the quarter. Dong, little head fake, she hangs, can't quite hit, but she gets the contact, so she will go to the line for a chance to stop the rock. Final 24 seconds of the quarter, so there'll be no shot clock after this. Well, still can't end that drought. I mentioned it earlier, Dong was 9 of 10 from the line yesterday.
Tiam just receiving last-second instructions from coach.
And would you believe it, 90% yesterday in game 1, she misses both on that trip. And it's not happening for you, it's really not happening for you. Mozambique have nothing going for them right now. Final 10 seconds of the first quarter. With by Sene, huge cheer to get a good shot away. It's Tiam, hit on the three-point shot. They were concerned she'd made one earlier, and they wipe her out, so she will get 3 foul shots with 1.6 to play in the quarter.
Well, that play was designed when Mozambique were on the foul line. Tiam ran to the coach, received the instructions, and they played it to perfection with 1.5 seconds to go. And she's got 3 foul shots.
She misses the first, disappointed with herself, but she who's played really well in this first quarter. Umal Tiam to add to her impressive performance off the bench yesterday.
Super technique, backspin on the ball. If you put backspin on the foul shot and he clips the back of the rim, it'll bounce down and in. Just look at the rotation on this foul shot.
She lines up the third.
Super.
The form match the second one. 2 of 3. And that brings the quarter to a close with Senegal up by 14, 21-7 over Mozambique here in the final game of game day 2 at the 2017 FIBA AfroBasket for women.
Well, let's cast our mind back to 4:44 to go when it was 12-7. So 9 points without reply for Senegal.
Well, that is the prize, a place at the World Cup in Spain next September. The 2 finalists of this tournament will get there, and those fans hoping that Senegal, one of those 2 teams. As we see the breakdown of the statistics from the first quarter, 14 points the Senegalese lead. They haven't particularly shot the ball well from downtown, but they've hit 44% inside. They've got to the line plenty, 7 of 10. You see Mozambique only there for 2 free throws, missed them both. And shooting percentages terrible inside and out, 25% and below.
Well, you mentioned the prize spot in Spain next year, Tim. If Senegal aren't there, then that means someone has played very, very well to eliminate them. They're a very, very good side. At the risk of stating the obvious, record champions.
Thanks largely to that number 10, Astou Traoré, who's the key player in this game so far. She was the key scorer yesterday as well. 10 of Senegal's 21 points coming via her, and then 7 coming from the number 4, Tiam, who we feared might have twisted her ankle a little earlier in the quarter, but she recovered. She knocked down a 3-pointer shortly afterwards. Here we see some Mozambique highlights with just 7 points for them in that first quarter. 5 of those 7 coming from Ruth Muranga. Here we go, start of the second quarter. Senegal leading Mozambique by 14, 21-7. The inbound from Astou Traoré to Sarr, who in the end threw it away.
Good defense there from Mozambique. They denied the back door, at least denied the pass. Problems though for Mozambique, sometimes they just get ahead of themselves. They had a good steal then, thought they got a breakaway layup, but they lost the ball.
Makubaki prodding and probing, not able to find any room though. It's in towards Don, stolen from her by Sene. This is some drought for Mozambique. Rebound grabbed by Mafanella in the end.
Even when Senegal missed, they deny an outlet pass for Mozambique. The team in red just cannot get a fast break going.
Mafanella thought about the 3, instead moves it inside to Don, who tries to bulldoze away to the basket, unable to do so, and ricochets into Senegalese hands. Sene taking her time, almost at centre court before finding Tiam. And a steal back from Mozambique. Here they come, 3-on-2 fast break opportunity. Back to the trail, the stop and pop from the foul line, but the shot off the mark.
Wrong choice of pass. Oh, double deflection. Good transition defense on that occasion from Mozambique.
Tiam very nearly threaded the eye of the needle with that pass, but ricocheted out of bounds. Muku Bakin, just 20 years of age, moves it on to Mafanella. Moyanga, leading scorer for them so far, and then Mafanella. Moyanga trying to grab the rebound.
And it's Mozambique possession after the held ball. So coach of Senegal, Coach Kai, using his bench now, subbing in and out.
Back to Mafanella. Mafanella drive to the baseline. There's just no chance at a point for Mozambique right now. It's been an eternity since they've scored. Head fake and a roll towards the rim and then a foul.
Well, at one end, Ramata Daoud, 14 for Senegal, plays super defense. At the other end, Mozambique's number 14, Odila Mafanella, commits the foul. Playing exactly the same position, so one playing it superbly, the other one not so well.
I don't have the exact stat for you as to when the last point was for Mozambique, but they've only scored 2 points in the last 7 minutes. I can tell you that much.
Well, they had 7 points on the 4:44 mark, remember that.
Muku Bakin across to Annabella Kossa. And it goes to Don. Don getting busy in the lane, missing the shot, grabbing her own rebound. So much energy, so much positivity from her as she puts it in and stops the bleeding.
And she's got and one. Layla Dong on the foul line.
Player returning to this tournament after playing a pivotal role in the team that won silver back in 2013. 19 points yesterday, and would you believe it, she misses another foul shot, but they grab the offensive rebound. So 9 of 10 yesterday, 0 of 3 today for Dong. Mafanella finds the pass inside, difficult against the double team that quickly came across to deny the number 12 Moyanga.
Don't think a foul has been called. I think the Senegalese player stepped out of bounds.
2 seconds on the shot clock. Still Mozambique ball.
The pass was on, they didn't see it. They did, however, see it hit the equipment behind the backboard.
Senegal up by 14, 7.5 to play in the first half. Dio Diouf onto Umar Kari Sarr, across to this near side, step back for the corner three, knocked down by Sidiop. Kossa looking to go all the way. Oh, that was off the top of the backboard.
You normally get your players to shoot for that white square, but the little white square that is, not the big one.
Let's do Traoré, little fake as she dances her way through the defense. 12 points already. Moyanga. Crossover onto the left hand. Drew the attention of the defense. Created a bit of a free lane that Mafanella attacks. Diouf to Sidiop. Trying to make the cut was Traoré. Goes the other way. Then the pass into Traoré, who clings onto it, tries to adjust, looks at the official to say she got hit. No call. Kossa, the three.
Traoré upset at one end and then fouls the player at the other end. Perhaps it's ill-advised to glare at the official.
Not the first time we've seen a foul on a three-point attempt in this one. Mozambique in a position whereby they need each and every point they can get at the moment, trailing big to the defending champions. Annabella Kossa with a chance to reduce the arrears with 3 foul shots. So far, so good. The next one would make it a 12-point game.
As easy as shelling peas. 3 from 3.
Space on the far side. The pass unable to find its target, though.
And Coach Amadou Guy looking a little frustrated. So he calls timeout.
The timeout with 6 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the first half. Senegal leading by 12 over Mozambique, 28-16. Mozambique have spread their scoring around. 5 for Maiga, 5 for Kossa, 4 for Dong, but just 16 points. Senegal with 28 points, 12 of those coming from the number 10, Astou Traoré, 7 from Oumou Thiam, and 5 from Mame Marie Sidiop.
Well, Mozambique went a long time to score, or took a long time to score 7 points, and they've scored 9 in the last 2 minutes to get themselves, well, reasonably close, 12 points.
Yeah, 9 in 2 minutes, having failed to score in, I think, about 7 minutes. And that drought may be, in the end, what cost them. Still a long way to go in this one. Senegal, though, are standing up to the sterner test well on game day 2. Kubaki onto Annabella Kossa. Back to Dong. Dong looking to get busy again. Gets to the baseline. That's a lovely shot. She's found her feet in this game.
That's the first time that the Senegalese defense hasn't fronted the interior player of Mozambique, and they paid for it.
Open shot in the corner would have been a 2. Doesn't go down there for Aya Traoré.
Well, at no stage in the last 5 minutes or first part of this period did it look as though it was going to be just a 10-point game. Okay, now it's a 12-point game.
Mid-range banker from Diouf. Kossa to Mafanella. Mafanella just inside the paint, fouled as she falls backwards. No, a travel score.
Yep.
Still trying to play the pass off balance, but took the extra step.
And coach has a word with Karissa.
Midway point of the second quarter approaching. 30-18 the score to the defending champions. Difficult pass, there wasn't really the angle, and Dong got her hands in the way.
And that time the Mozambique defense fronted the centre, the Senegalese centre.
Wide open, look for 3, left completely unguarded, but missing was Moyanga, one of their leading scorers. Dong with the offensive board and the soft touch.
I was about to say there was no Mozambique rebounder there, but there was. She was on the foul line and it dropped into her hands.
10-point game. Sidiop the handoff to Aya Traoré. She looks to get around Dong and Kossa, threw it back, little pirouette in towards the arc and put in by Sidiop, right on the money.
But at least now Mozambique are forcing Senegal to take contested shots. And then they come up with a turnover.
By Sidiop, who unloads it down court. And that'll be, well, it should be a simple 2. In fact, it might well be a 3. The miss from Astou Traoré, helped out by Aya Traoré.
Timeout, Mozambique.
Would you believe their star player, star scorer, missing that open layup, but no problem. Aya Traoré there to put it back in with the contact, and a timeout call with 4 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the first half. Senegal leading by 12, 32-20.
Mozambique coach Nazir Saleh seen his team get within 10. Now it's back to 14.
The scoreboard just a little late updating. 34-20 is the score at this time out.
But today, Senegal know they're in a game.
They're certainly being made to work more, no doubt about that, than was the case against Guinea, who they beat by 66 yesterday in the opening game of the tournament, but they still have plenty of breathing room right now. Astou Traoré, a main part of the reason why. 12 of their 34 points. A big 4 minutes and 12 seconds to come, though, before the half-time break.
Traoré, a real celebrity in Senegal. Let's use the expression aesthetically pleasing. Gorgeous looking lady.
A beautiful basketball player as well. She's shown her ability over a game and a half nearly at these championships. And it goes to Mafanella. Mafanella on the turn. Can't hit that one. Mozambique have started to struggle again. Diop. Traoré, the hesitation and the finish.
Well, if you're going to put a press on Mozambique, you've got to protect your hoop.
5 quick-fire points for the number 5. Dong getting inside, but call for a travel. She's giving it
very explosive move there, but unfortunately she walked.
And she really looks like she can be a threat down low. We've seen a bit of that from her. A few errors as well thrown in there. Sarr got caught. And the foul on number 12, Moyanga.
Well, if you're going to double team the low post, then don't reach down, reach up.
Out goes Annabella Cossa. £17 points the advantage now, might well be 20 with a 3-pointer from Traoré off the mark. Mukubaki. Mafanella, the handoff, the deep 3, it's good for Ileana Ventura. That was an ace.
Well, from where we're sitting, that looked to be way off the mark, but what do we know? That was as clean as they come.
Step inside, soft bounce off the rim for Astou Traoré.
Well, Ventura's hit 1-3 rather. She should look at the hoop again. Always be a threat.
The foul call with Dong looking to attack. Difficult to see Mozambique overturning a deficit in the second half if it's close to around 20. So big 2.5 minutes for them, trailing by 16, just trying to chip away at this Senegalese lead a little bit. Mukubaki, left hand, outstretched, arm puts it in.
Yeah, the problem is the coach hasn't got a timeout left, he's used 2. Mozambique coach.
Astou Traoré across to the far side. That's going to be a 2. Sarr with the conversion. It is a 2, despite what the score strap says at the bottom of your screen. 41-25. She had a foot on the line.
But the thing is, she shot the ball and she knew it was going in. It's wonderful when a shooter knows and starts legging it back on defense.
Dong trying to grab it again, deflected away. And the foul called.
Oh, a little bit of dispute between the Mozambique players there. The last thing they need to do is start arguing with each other. $1:47 to go and Mozambique are in the penalty.
A well-earned rest, Astou Traoré. Diouf to Thiam. Thiam's going to take on the 3-point shot. She banks it in, the bank open late Saturday night in Bamako.
her own individual style. That three-point shot of hers, well, a shot of hers very idiosyncratic.
Muku Bakin to Dong. Dong off the fingertips of Venturo, the turnover. And this is what I was talking about. It's now 19 the lead for Senegal, 76 seconds to play. And the chance for them to take it over 20. From the foul line, hanging and hitting is Aya Traoré, it's 21.
Well, the defense is just non-existent on that offense from Senegal. All hands down for Mozambique. No pressure on the passer, no pressure on the shooter.
Ventura recovers at centre court.
It's a double dribble.
And turns it over. We saw Thiam instantly protesting to the official and getting the call. 49.5 seconds remaining, a chance for Senegal to really extend this lead now. And they turn it over. There's some joy at the end of the second for Mozambique. They push the ball down the floor with Muku Bakin. Battle on the baseline for possession.
And the hell ball gives Senegal possession.
About 6 seconds differential between shot and game clock here at the end of the second quarter. Thiam.
Oh,
Bounce
lovely
pass and the cut down the baseline from Aya Traoré off the feed from Sark.
Great vision.
48 points in the half for Senegal. 23 points the lead. They're going to get a shot away here, Mozambique. Final second. They're not going to get it away in time, or are they? Well, that's going to bring the half to a close. Another emphatic half of basketball from the defending champions, who surpassed the century mark on game day 1. They're around the half century here on game day 2 against tougher opposition. They lead Mozambique by 23, 48 to 25.
I seem to remember in the first period against Guinea yesterday, was it 18-0 or 20-0, very close to that. At least a better performance today from Mozambique, but Senegal still dominant, leading by 23 points.
We see some of their shooting numbers here, 65% inside. That's where they did all their damage against Guinea as well on the fast break last night with those 2-pointers. They've hit 4 of 12 from downtown as well, and double the rebounding numbers of Mozambique, including 5 on the offensive end. You can see they're moving the ball better as well. They've got that 1 block on defense too, 1 fewer turnover. And they lead 48 to 25. 3 players in double figures in the first half, led by Astou Traoré's 14, and then 10 apiece for Aya Traoré and Oumar Thiam. Do join us for the second half of this one in about 10 minutes' time. Welcome back to this game on the second day of 2017 FIBA AfroBasket for women. We've got one half of basketball left today out of the 6 games on this court, and Senegal, the defending champions, in charge over Mozambique, leading by 23. Astou Traore's had a key part to play again, 14 points to lead all scorers in the game, 5 of 9 from the field, played the entirety of that opening 20 minutes. They might think about giving her a rest in the second half. Also in double figures for them, 10 points apiece for Thiam and Aya Traore. Thiam efficient with her 10 points in just 9 minutes, 3 of 3 from the field after going 5 of 5 yesterday, and Aya Traore 4 of 7. On the opposite side of the floor, Mozambique led by the 8 points of Leah Dong, who's got 4 of 11 shooting to her name. Played the entire 20 minutes herself as well. Aside from that, they've got 7 from Roots Muyanga, 3 of 4 from the field. But Senegal have really controlled all areas of this game and have been worthy of the favourites tag they have for this tournament, the defending champions. And after bulldozing Guinea yesterday, they're looking for another big win on game day 2.
Yes, we were assured yesterday that Mozambique, after they arrived at the tournament very late, and they were granted a late start as well, last game last night, we were assured that they were a much better team than they actually looked against Nigeria, although they did take Nigeria to within 11 points. But sadly for them, they've come up against the perennial champions, Senegal. Although they did go on, they did manage a 9-0 run in that second quarter, so they can do it. It may have been a case, though, that Senegal just lost concentration momentarily.
Start of the third quarter, 48-25 to Senegal. Mozambique start with the ball, long 2. And a foul underneath straight away.
It seems quite strange to me, and it happens very often, that a player picks up a foul and then just either runs back or strolls back without even looking at the official to discover what she did wrong. And the referee will signal the type of foul it was, and the player who committed the foul then wasn't concerned.
Astou Traore, reaching foul called as she looked to blaze past the perimeter defence. A group of players on 2 fouls, and the first player to 3 is Roots Muyanga. After that last one, turnover though into the hands of Kossa.
Oh, Senegal guilty there of overcomplicating things. It was a superbly played give and go rather, and then one pass too many.
Diouf on to Astou Traore, and then swung on towards the centre. Sarr twisting and turning but missing. Massing driving the lane, found a free passage through the paint, adjustment on the shot to try and squeeze it in, but she missed it.
Well, perhaps a finger roll may have been more appropriate in trying to spin it off the glass.
Diouf. Aya Traore. Astou Traore looking to go towards the baseline, steps back for the long 2, not that time. Emilia Massing.
Not sure Coach Mamadouke will be particularly pleased to see not a rebounder there for Senegal.
Kossa passing towards the baseline. Seda nowhere near squeezing that one in. Now there's a real wrestling match, 2v1 almost.
Well, at one stage it was 2 Senegalese players fighting each other for the ball. Well, better 2 than none, I suppose.
You can see on that replay there, they didn't know whose arm was whose. Diouf. High entry pass caught by Aya Traore. No score though. Scoring's not quite happened yet here in the second half. Neither team has scored in the first 2 minutes of it.
Well, it takes some courage to go coast to coast there. against a player much larger than you.
Talk about courage, Roy. That's Shania Pinto, who's only 17 as well. Making a senior international tournament debut here. She was a big hit at the Under-16 Championships in Madagascar a couple of years ago, averaged 14 points.
And again, a fast break off a foul shot situation. Coach must tear his hair out if that happens.
Massing around the screen, but held up. Trying to make herself available is Seda, but actually creating room for Massing to attack. Still Mozambique ball. There's the drive from Dong, little finger roll, soft touch, wouldn't bounce for her, nothing really bouncing for Mozambique. They haven't scored yet in the half, well finally they have, and Dong deserved that one.
But every score that Mozambique eventually get, they're having to work so hard to get it.
Aya Traore. Astu Traore across to this near side. Little hesitation, then the drive, and she threw it away, CDO.
Senegal are a very good team, but I think Mozambique giving them a little bit too much respect. On defense, there's no hands up, no hands in the passing lane, no attempt to stop the dribble.
As Dong puts it on the floor, falls kindly for Seda, who takes advantage. Lead cut to 20. CDO onto Astu Traore. Crossover onto the right. Thought about the pass out to the corner, instead went alone and drew the contact. Chance to go to the line and add to her 16 points in the game.
I wonder whether her ponytail is always the same colour as the numbers on her shirt. Just a passing thought.
Kossa, down court. High catch, ball on the floor, back up to the perimeter. Pass diverted though, Pinto showing plenty of confidence and aggression. Once more the 17-year-old, but to no avail that time. Bounce pass in towards the edge of the paint for Sarr. Sarr, no look pass with her back to the basket, but Aya Traore failed to hit the shot. Passing to Kossa. Kossa for three, able to bank it in. Not the first time we've seen that in this game. "19-point game. They've made a little bit of a run, Mozambique. Astu Traore, and there's a turnover there.
Well, she was thinking about the shot before she got the ball then.
Step inside for the long two, that one wouldn't go. And that really would have given Mozambique hope. They trailed by 23 at the half, now down by 19. Aya Traore into driving towards the edge of the paint. That one won't bounce kindly for her either. Midway point of the third quarter. Still very much a competitive game here, very much game on. Mozambique just about clinging on and keeping it alive. We're going to have a timeout with 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third. Senegal leading 52 points to 33.
Well, Coach Mamadou Guy has called timeout. I don't think he thinks his team are in any particular danger, but he just wants to remind his players that the job is not done yet. It's only 19 points with still 15 to go, 15 minutes to go in the game. probably chastising his players.
His team led by the 18 now of Astou Traoré. Thiam and Aya Traoré both still stuck on 10 as they were at the half. Leodong up to 10 points for Mozambique, leading the way for them. They've had 8 points from Alabala Kossa. Kossa's banked 3. That's got them as close as they are right now, trailing by 19.
Looking every one of us 17 years of age as well. Playing with no fear.
Massing. Massing the pass and the finish from Seda, so it's a 17-point game.
That will annoy Coach Mamadou Guy coming out of his timeout.
Fired in quickly towards Astou Traoré, who's fouled. Shania Pinto is the guilty player. And there's the stop and pop for 3 off the mark from Diouf, so a chance to close the gap even further here in transition. Pinto, wise beyond her years, didn't see anything she liked, so she clings onto it and slows down the tempo. Massing. Screen set by Seda. Massing looking to try and use it, but trapped by the double team. Now finds Seda. Across to the corner. Here goes Pinto. Oh, what a move that is from the 17-year-old.
And late in the shot clock as well.
They have narrowed the gap to 15. And that's a way to stop the rock for Senegal. Mame Marie Sidion just had a basket from a 17-year-old, followed by a basket from a 36-year-old. In the lane, twisting and turning and finishing was Emilia Massing.
Mozambique definitely making a fist of this.
Astou Traoré into the low post, over the head. Shot from her. It's not quite happening as fluently and as fluidly as it was for Senegal in the first half. 15 points the differential. Massing out to Kossa for 3 again over the top of the rim. She banked the last one in. Wasn't at the right angle to do it that time. Pinto off the mark with another 3.
And a good hustle to make sure the ball didn't go out of bounds.
Oh,
that's a
pass.
Fabulous cut, but well, she couldn't control the shot.
Thiam it was who missed after the delicious cut. Kossa was cutting up the Senegalese defence there, getting through and drawing the contact.
Not exactly wholesale substitutions by Coach Guy of Senegal. But he wants to change things here.
Kossa at the line misses the first. 13 points, 6 assists and a steal yesterday. Gets the second. She's got 9 points here today. Traoré looking for 3, gets the hop as well.
That's an illegal screen, yeah. She didn't move on the screen, but she just bumped it with her backside.
What a big passage of play in terms of maybe turning the tide back firmly in Senegal's favour. The 3-point off the hop for Astou Traoré, and then the turnover straight afterwards from Mozambique.
An offensive foul again in the low post. Again, I think the player who's just been called for the foul She looks at the official to discover what she's done wrong. The official will tell her. She'll make some gesticulation and say, this is what you did wrong. But no, they don't look. You don't look, you don't learn.
Pereira. Across to Cossa, who thought about the three again. On the move, receiving it now, Pereira. He's come in full of energy, but not able to cling onto the ball.
Oh, great transition defense from Mozambique.
And the 17-year-old Pinto is doing a bit of damage at both ends of the floor. She's certainly playing without fear. Cossa fired into Senna. Couldn't quite get it to fall, but she will go to the line to try and earn the two.
Well, if we get a replay of that, the player who scored, her feet were all over the place. 1-2, that's travelling. And she's got the benefit of, well, the referee's deeming that the foul was more important. That's cruel. That could easily have been a Mozambique turnover, instead of which she may even get 2 points from it. Which indeed she does.
Yep. And the deficit is back to 15. Sidiot across to the far side, gets it back on the perimeter. Sene. Sidiot was looking to set a screen, it goes across to Ayad Traore. Moved it to the baseline, to Tiam. Down the baseline goes the pass to Ayad Traore again, who hangs, can't hit though.
A good defensive sequence from Mozambique.
Final minute and a half of the third quarter. Third quarter in which Mozambique have turned it up, kept themselves in the ball game, having trailed by 23 at half-time.
Tempted to say Arsenal could do with that player. There's a grimace from my co-commentator here.
Cossa. Three-point shot for Cossa, wide of the basket. And then they pick it up and put it in, Mafanella. So, we've got a 13-point game with 71 seconds to play in the third, a chance to add one for Mozambique. Senegal have opened the door.
And Mozambique are leading, or winning this quarter by 10. And they missed the foul shot.
So it remains 13, having trailed by 23 at the main break.
Remember, Coach Guy has had one timeout to remind his players that the job is not done yet.
Sidiot turns and fires the two, wide of the basket. Here goes Pinto. Pinto back to Pereira, shoots the three, the closeout too late. Look at the attempt to grab the rebound from Pinto, and she helps to earn her team the extra possession. That's a hard fall.
A good no call from the official there. That was a 50-50 ball. Both players went for the rebound. Both players ended up on the floor. Here we go. Crash.
Diouf feeling the full brunt of Pinto's aerial duel.
Many a referee would have been tempted to call a foul there. There was contact, but it was 50-50. So better to no call.
The 17-year-old really is playing with heart, getting good minutes here as well. Cossa into Mafanella on the turn, puts it in. We've got ourselves a ball game. 11 points, 30 seconds remaining in the third.
And Coach K turns his back on his players.
Sene to Tiam. An offensive foul against Senegal. So Mozambique, would you believe, with pretty much no differential between shot and game clock at the end of the third, will have a chance to make it a single-digit game heading into the fourth. Cossa. Will they try and hold it for the final shot here? Mafanella across to the far side. They'll be tempted to take it on. Pinto again showing some experience beyond her years. They missed that shot with 5 seconds still for Senegal to advance the ball down the floor and get a good look in the corner. Tiam puts it on the floor, puts it in the basket. Well, I don't think it's going to count.
The referee is entitled to look at the monitor.
It did look to me as if the game clock had expired just before she released it. I was thinking as she made the move, she didn't have time to do that. That was my first thought.
Well, it's an 11-point game at the moment, unless the referee decides those two count. It's 11 points. It could have been 9 had Mozambique scored.
At the end of 3, 57-46 to the defending champion Senegal. Those Senegalese fans certainly hoping to be at the World Cup in Spain next September. They're hoping to be gold medal winners again at this tournament as they were in Cameroon 2 years ago, but it's proving a tougher test than it looked like it was going to when they led by 23 here at half-time over Mozambique in Game 2. And that lead has been cut to just 11 with 10 minutes to play.
Well, Senegal now getting a veritable tongue lashing from Coach Mamadou Guy. Remember, he called a timeout. One suspects to remind his players that the job wasn't done, and that was when they were leading by 19. And now it's only 11. I don't think there's going to be too much eye contact between players and coach in that huddle in the period between third and fourth quarters.
Mozambique ended up winning considerably that third quarter. It looked like mission impossible at half-time against the record champions, but from mission impossible, it's now mission probable.
Yeah, they won that third quarter by 12.
And put in with a contact as well, Mafanella. The run continues from Mozambique. They make it a single-digit game, a chance to take the deficit down to 8.
What this is doing, Tim, is sending a message to some of the other teams who may have been thinking of Senegal as being unbeatable.
Senegal, I remember saying that they were close to the half-century at half-time. They've got 57 points and we're in the fourth quarter now.
They were on 48 right at half-time, weren't they? So just 9 points in that third quarter.
Having averaged 24 across the first 2 quarters. Some drop-off. It's a 9-point game still. Sarr taking over Isaiah Traore, returning it back to Sarr, who passes out of pressure underneath. They don't take on the shot when it looked open for Isaiah Traore. Instead, the pass to the far side and a foul with 1 second on the shot clock.
Well, that offense featured a spectacular pass back from under the bucket to the point guard, and it could quite easily have gone into the back court.
Sarr. The foul resets the shot clock to 14, so a bit of time to work with here. And there's another foul. Mozambique trying their very best to put pressure on Senegal, just keep on knocking them out of any rhythm.
Coach Gabe pacing the sideline with a steely look on his face.
Well, picked off by Pinto. Couldn't quite gather it in though. Astou Traore, mid-range, free to hit.
The go-to guy for Senegal.
Kosa. Setter back to Mafanella, across to Kosa on this near side. It's an 11-point Senegalese lead. 3-point shot will fall. They keep on hitting. Elizabeth Pereira.
Another feature of this second half, Tim, is there's a little bit of anxiety amongst the fans as well.
3 points from the corner that they desperately needed. Ayad Traoré, the MVP of 2015. And he goes to Senna, turning, getting blocked off by Dow. 11 points, Senegal lead. Big shot from Ayad Traoré on their last offensive possession. She's made a habit of that down the years, coming up with big shots at big moments. Second bite of the cherry for Sarr, perhaps, and it goes towards Dow. Both sets of players having to fight for everything right now.
Well, going back to our remarks at the start of the game, we were assured by some of the FIBA officials that Mozambique were a much better team than they looked last night. They looked tired against Nigeria, having arrived very late to the tournament, and they're certainly proving those officials correct.
They arrived late to the tournament and have arrived late in this game after a slow start. Ramata Dow at the foul line to try and add to Senegal's 11-point lead. She misses the first. She's not really a scorer. Had a joint high of 7 rebounds yesterday, 3 blocks, which was a game high. She gets the second, tags on 1 to the lead as those Senegalese flags wave. Crosser. Oh, it's a lovely pass. Bit of hesitation, but great defense too to stick with the shooter. Sidibe it was, the 21-year-old who got the block. Senegal looking to pick their moment to pounce and put this one to bed now, perhaps.
Yeah, they've responded to the crowd, Senegal.
Let's do Traoré, body down on the deck in the paint. Traoré misses the shot. Mozambique with a chance to run the floor here. 3 players arriving, but not in that area. It's about as broken a fast break as you'll see, but they still have it with Dom. She gets fouled.
Well, Aiko Sidibe really has got a hands full with Leila Dong.
We're seeing a great battle between those two now.
Well, Sidibe thinks she's going to be subbed, but the coach has changed his mind, I think.
7 rebounds and a couple of rejections for her in the game yesterday. Dom to the line. Trying to cut the deficit back to 10. Dom, the leading scorer for Mozambique, looking to hit 12 points with this one.
Is there going to be some pressure now after these foul shots?
And the number 11 stays on 11. Sene. And it is an 11-point lead.
And that's an offensive foul.
Chance for a single-digit game again. Few would have imagined it would be game on with 7 minutes remaining when it was a 23-point lead to the defending champions at the half.
Especially when Mozambique had only got 7 points and went on a very extended drought.
Cossa clinging onto it under intense pressure. Pinto is going to fire the 3, throws up an air ball, and it's Senegalese possession. She's playing with a lot of heart, the 17-year-old, but maybe not the right moment to take that shot on. Sene across to Astou Traoré. Sidibe back to Sarr. Shot clock to the final 5 seconds. There's the entry pass and there's the finish from Ayad Traoré. It's a 13-point game, 6.5 to play, or dribbled backwards. Mozambique ball, final touch was off Ayad Traore. Pereira's inbound to Muyanga, who scored quite a few in the first half. Hasn't added to it so much in the second. Dong. She's been central to everything that Mozambique have done, and she has a chance at a three-point play here.
Dong is so tough to defend against. She's all arms and legs and angles.
And hair.
And hair.
A chance to add the one that would take it to 10. Dong now has 13.
Last time she was here, she made sure of the three-point play. And she repeats. Certainly
she can, yeah. As Mozambique look to put a dent in Senegal's hopes of repeating. 2015 champions coming up against the big test here.
Oh, that is an impossible pass to make. It's a difficult pass to make from point guard to low post, but from off guard on the right side of the court to low post on the left side of the court, that's impossible.
Muyanga. Can they make it a single-digit game, which really would put pressure on Senegal here? Dong can't quite bank it in. Sidiop to Ayad Traore. Sene forcing it over centre court. Sidiop to Sarr. Sarr into Asti Traore, immediately spinning in the low post and getting contact.
Not a bad foul though. She made sure that Traore did not score.
We're going to have a timeout with 5 minutes and 26 seconds remaining. Senegal 65, Mozambique 55. The lead cut to 10, having been 23 at half-time.
Now, can Nazir Saleh, coach to Mozambique, instill a sense of belief in his players? Come on, you guys, we can win this. This is perhaps what Coach Saleh is saying.
I do beg your pardon, I missed it at the time, but Sidibe has been fouled out, the number 15 for Senegal. Mozambique have Groot Muyanga on 4 fouls. And for Senegal, Mame Marie Sidiop's on 4 as well. Both teams on 4 already in this quarter. So for the last 5.5 minutes nearly, any foul by either defence will send the opposition to the foul line.
Well, Leila Dong is causing all kinds of problems. That's the number 11 for Mozambique. She's causing Senegal all kinds of problems. If I had one criticism of her, I'd say that every time she gets the ball inside, she's possibly looking for the foul as well as the score. Just make the score. That's the most important thing. Okay, it's a bonus if you get fouled, but don't look for the foul first.
We come back off the timeout with Senegal leading 65-55, 5 minutes 26 to play. And Asti Traore at the line for them.
Almost money in the bank.
"26 points yesterday. She's got 25 today.
Now, what was discussed in the Mozambique timeouts?
Kosa around the frame of Dong. She came out to the perimeter. She's calling for the ball, moving back, looking to make her way into the paint perhaps. Kosa comes round the back and it knocked away.
That was all about super defense from Traore and also good help defense from Senegal. Three on the shot clock.
Finger roll, drops for Mafanella.
Loss of concentration there by Senegal.
10-point game across the midway point of the final quarter. Aya Traore across to Astou Traore, and it knocked away. It's still going to be Senegal ball.
Well, a very tired Mozambique team lost to Nigeria last night by 11, and a much more invigorated Mozambique team are within 10 of Senegal.
Dio Diop from way outside. Astou Traore the rebound. Here she is again. Going to work in the final 10 seconds of the shot clock before it goes to the baseline, and couldn't balance on the baseline, Aya Traore, so they turn it over. Kossa, Don comes out to set a pick and roll into the centre. Kossa looking to go all the way herself. That was a near impossible shot.
That was a shot of inexperience.
Oh, that was meant to be the high entry pass, and it went in.
I meant it, she says. I meant it.
Everybody in this arena knew she didn't.
Well, we're bound to get a replay of that.
That's some way to alleviate the pressure.
The roof suddenly lifted. Here we go. There you go. That's a pass. Was it an intended alley-oop pass, though?
You don't often see the three-pointer shot from close to the stomach.
Heartbreaking, that, for the gallant Mozambique team.
Crosser with the inbound, just about reeled in by Muyanga. Crossover to the baseline. There's a nice pass from her, difficult to play. Muyanga couldn't get back on it from Mafanella. You know, that might just do it. That might knock the wind out of them, having put so much in to get within 10.
Tim, all the attention on Traore is about her offense, but I tell you what, her defense is outstanding. She refuses to foul, and she refuses to let a man blow past her.
Sarr across to the far side. Thiam for three. Rebound Dong. 3.5 minutes to play. 13-point deficit. Mozambique have hung in the fight, but they're running out of time. Dong got tripped slightly as she missed the shot. Rebound picked up. Senegal push it to Astou Traore. Fakes the three. Moves it to the far side. Thiam checks it's a three. Kossa prodded away. She's able to recover and hurdle the attempt to win it from Sene. It's all got a bit frantic.
Again, the inexperience of a 17-year-old there. Dribbling in traffic. Okay, she kept her team kept the ball, but could easily have gone the other way. Sometimes you've got to just stop playing at 100 miles an hour and just slow down a little bit.
Kossa hits the foul shot. Still time. 3 minutes remaining. Sene harassed at centre court and able to cling on to it and find Thiam, who's missed a couple of three-point opportunities to really finish the job, and then threw this one away.
That amazes me. That's the second time that Senegal have attempted a pass like that, and the angle just wasn't there.
Annabella Kossa. Don comes out to the perimeter, sets the screen, rolls into the centre. Kossa shoots the three though, knocks it down. We've got an 8-point game with 2.5 minutes to play. The defending champions pushed to the brink in this one. Sarr hands it off to Thiam. Across to the far side to Sidiop. Sidiop driving towards the baseline, looking back to the perimeter. Sarr, then Sidiop answers back with a three of her own. "12 points a game with 2 minutes to play. Mafanella. Don came flying out of nowhere to grab the rebound, but she's...
Now who's the foul on?
She's stopped by the whistle.
It's a Senegalese player, I think, who has fouled. Yeah, 2 shots, Mozambique.
1 minute and 52 to play. Stranger things have happened in a 10-point turnaround in just under 2 minutes. You need to hit your foul shots though. Leah Dong, who has had a roller coaster ride from the line, 9 of 10 yesterday, missed her first 3 today, misses that one.
Don't like to see the players fiddling with the ball on the foul line. Put your fingers on the seam.
She misses both, nowhere near. You get the offensive rebound though. Running out of time to work with. And they'll go back to the line this time. Tamara Seda. How'd you go, Roy, from hitting 9 out of 10 one night to then missing most of them the next night?
Well, it's the only closed skill in the game. You should do the same thing every time. You should do the right thing every time. That's the key.
I'll tell you the one thing that really is different, the atmosphere.
Unbelievable tonight, yeah. Last night it was ghost down here. Tonight it's Las Vegas.
Tamara Seda able to knock her foul shots down, so we've got an 8-point game, 1 minute 45 to play. Diouf, Astu Traore, clinging on to it, taking precious seconds off the game clock. Now Aya Traore. Here goes Diouf inside, long 2, won't go down. Dong the rebound and a whistle on the play.
And she's fouled and she's got 2 shots, Dong.
That's exactly what Mozambique would have wanted.
Surely we've got...
no, it's the foul is the other way.
What? Dong is looking around in bewilderment.
We thought that was going to stop the clock and send Mozambique all the way down the other end for a score. Instead, it's Astu Traore at the line who matches her 26 from yesterday. Now a chance to surpass it.
Look at Dong there with her hands on her hips, the double T-butt stance. She can't believe that call was made against her. And what's worse, 2 points to Traore.
27-point night for her. A 10-point lead again. Closer.
That's a foul, yeah. This time it is definitely 2 free throws to Mozambique.
Non-shooting foul, but over the foul limit, so they go to the line. It stops the clock at 1 minute and 15. 75 seconds is a long time in this sport, especially with foul trouble. Crosser hits them both. It's an 8-point game.
Oh, that is an offensive foul.
Well, they get the call they wanted that time.
Well, the Mozambique coach helped the referee there. Hey, look at that.
The offensive foul does not result in free throws, so it's just Mozambique possession. Only a defensive foul will send the opposition to the line. But they have turned it over.
Now, what have Mozambique got in terms of an out-of-bounds play?
Kossa. What's she got up her sleeve? Out to that far side, to the baseline goes Ventura, back Dong on playing the point, trying to fire it in. It was tipped out of bounds.
One referee doesn't agree with the call, just making sure. She didn't see the double deflection. Yeah, she's overruled it.
That's a big call against Mozambique. They were hoping to close the gap to 5 or 6.
Let's have a look. Was there a deflection? No, it came off a Mozambique fingertip.
Sene.
And now really Senegal should run the clock.
Sarr back to Sene. Into the final minute. Into Astou Traoré, who gets fouled.
It's almost inevitable. The ball goes inside to Traoré and she will come up with something. 2 points, or a foul, or even both.
It's almost inevitable that she'll score from the foul line as well. Closing in on a 30-point night.
Mozambique have definitely sent a message to some of the other teams in the tournament, and one of those messages is if you can deny the lady on the line at the moment, Traoré, possession of the ball and a couple of open shots, then you can beat Senegal. She is such an integral part of their team.
Senegal leads, 40 seconds to play. Crosser. Dong, knocked away.
Again, Dong looking for the foul instead of looking for a move first.
Diaf. Towards the final 20 seconds, Astou Traoré, 29 points so far. Can she hit 30? Fires the three. No, she can't. There's a foul on centre court by Sarr. 12.8 remaining. And this is Senegalese celebration time now. And believe me, they are celebrating. Away to our left. And the flag's flying high. The defending champions are going to go 2-0, but that hardly tells the whole story. They have been pushed to the limit in the second half here.
Yeah, they will go 2-0, but I suspect they may incur the wrath of coach Mamadou Guy, even in victory.
Final seconds of this one.
That's it. I don't think they're going to fire up another shot. Or perhaps they are.
Sene looking to drive, kicks it to the corner, chance to put the exclamation mark on the win. And they take it in the end by 10. The defending champions go 2-0. They win it by 9 in the end behind the 29 of Astou Traoré, who surpasses her 26-point game of last night. Final score, Senegal 76, Mozambique 67.
Well, I think even the most patriotic Senegalese fan will applaud a great effort there from Mozambique. Okay, Senegal won, but what a fight back. Trailing by 23 at half-time, they won the second half fairly comfortably to finish a 9-point defeat. So congratulations to Senegal, and congratulations as well to a very gallant performance from Mozambique.
It's really tough at times when you sit here covering 6 games in a single day to get through that last game, especially the way it was last night with the empty arena, but every second of that was enjoyable. Senegal winning by 9 in the end, as we see some of the numbers. 4 players in double figures for them, led by Traoré's superb 29 there, 15 from the other Traoré, Aya, and then 11 from Sidiop, 10 from Umar Thiam. The defending champions celebrate. Mozambique can leave the arena with their heads held high this evening as well, though.
Once again, Mozambique may look back to that period when they were stuck for what seemed like an eternity on 7 points.
It's been a pleasure having your company on day 2 of the 2017 FIBA AfroBasket for women. We'll see you for day 3 tomorrow. Final score in this one, Senegal 76, Mozambique 67.
Good job.